It is Sunday in Tokyo. We're here in Asakusa. This is definitely a more heavily touristed area. Maybe it's just this little neighborhood I'm in at the moment, but it's pretty crowded. Seems to be a lot of Westerners. This is our last full day in Tokyo until the end of the trip. Tomorrow we're moving on to Kyoto. So we are going to make the most of Sunday in Tokyo. We're going to start today with checking out the Senso-Ji, which is a large Buddhist temple. Okay, I can't remember which is which, but flanking the entrance gate are the kami of thunder and wind. It is impossible to walk around and not get in everyone's photos. Try and be respectful because, you know, I'm out here doing the photo video thing too, but at a certain point you just got to get around. All right, get your photo. I gotta be honest, this is kind of a nightmare from a crowd perspective. Very interested in the cultural, spiritual aspect of this. Let's see if we can find it. All right, we got some pagoda action. We're getting to the meat and potatoes here. It is very impressive that this stuff is still standing and in good condition from the Edo period. That's several hundred years back at this point. Okay, originally founded in 942. Rebuilt in 1648, reconstructed in 1973, burned during World War II. That's a damn shame, but it's looking great today. So there's a bone relic of the Buddha, the living historical Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama, up at the top of that pagoda. Wow, okay, I'm gonna have to stop and take a minute and pay my respects. All right, gonna donate 100 yen to the temple, praying for a wish at the same time, and then from the stick I draw, the number I get a fortune. Number 99 is the best fortune. The sun is shining so brightly that you will get the blessing of the heaven. The moon is shining clearly again after a cloud passes. You may have rare treasure. Gaining fame, you can meet all your wishes. Your wish will be realized. The sick person will get well. The lost article will be found. The person you are waiting for will come. It is good to make a trip. Marriage and employment are both good. Well, other than the marriage and employment part, that all sounds pretty great. All right, this isn't the last time probably that this will come up in this trip, so let's just address it head on. Swastikas. They mean something totally different in Dharmic religions. They're symbols for prosperity, good fortune. They far predate the other use that they're known for in modern times. And in fact, they were co-opted. So, see some swastikas in places here. Doesn't mean what you think it means. It's an ancient religious symbol. You know, you push past the crowds and can actually manage to find some spiritual significance here. Definitely had a few moments of quiet contemplation, paid my respects, and it's really ironic. The worst of the crowds are back on that street with all the shops, with all the tacky shit. And I'm curious about the, ethics of, in this temple complex having, basically a row that's like somewhere like Myrtle Beach. I don't know. The Buddha's got to eat too, I suppose. Anyway, I think I've about had my fill here. I think I've gotten out of it what I was looking for. And, I think I've given what I can give. And pretty over this crowded scene. So let's get the f*** out of here. Onward and upward. We're going to remain in Asakusa for a while. Quick note on my pronunciations. I'm aware that I'm f***ing stuff up. I'm trying my best. And I'm learning as I go. I'm correcting myself. I think I said this a couple days ago, but that's part of travel, right? You make mistakes, you realize you're making a mistake, you correct your mistake, and you move on with life. That's, it's part of just learning and growing and existing. So we're in Asakusa, however I pronounced it before. Also realized I was mispronouncing Akihabara the other day while I was walking around. That's okay. We're figuring it out. I did not study very much Japanese before this trip. I definitely should have done more. The non-Latin script is really throwing me through a loop. It's funny, I can actually, once I learn a word and its meaning, I can actually pick out the words pretty well. Which even, with Spanish, for example, I've been studying Spanish on and off for a very long time now, but even I have a hard time understanding native speakers and deciphering particular words. But actually with Japanese, once I know the word for certain, I can hear it pretty well. Last night at the jazz bar, one guy at the bar, Mr. Muto, spoke English, and we chatted for a while. Hardly anyone else spoke any English. The singer spoke English because she was singing in English. But, I was giving them the 6 Japanese words I had. It was fun and everyone was laughing and, maybe a little bit at my expense, but that's okay. I'm just a gaijin out here. Put myself in 12-person bars where maybe one other guy speaks English. I'm choosing to participate in that. And you know what? It's a lot of fun. Now this is kind of interesting. It is a little bit grimier. Not a little bit. This is like the only grimy shit I've seen so far in all of Japan. Not that I've seen very much of Japan so far, but a little bit reassuring to know that this exists somewhere in Tokyo. Second's going for it. He's trying to run. Oh, it's a clean hit. And third's home. Oh, and that's an out. See, it's good to just wonder. You get random encounters like this. And this is what makes life interesting. Little League Baseball. I didn't want to film him. I feel like that would be in bad taste, but there was an unhoused guy back there sleeping in a tent just outside the baseball park. You know, he wasn't messing with anybody. He was just vibing. Well, vibing. He was just existing. Anyhow, I have noticed that, you know, there's been a few people sleeping out on the streets, but not many. It is not like how it is back in the States, where there are just tent cities popping up everywhere. You know, I'm sure maybe there are more concentrated areas that are a little hidden from the public eye, but, you know, I've really only seen a small handful, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 this whole trip so far. So, whatever they got going on with dealing with the homelessness problem in Tokyo, they're doing all right with it. Stumbled across what I thought was a city park, but it's actually a temple with a whole open air outdoor area. It is Matsuchiyama Shoden Temple, and it is a constituent temple of the Senso-Ji. So, without even trying, just hitting all the temples today. It looks like we've wandered into a residential neighborhood, getting off the tourist track and seeing how the locals really live. Always make an effort to give a little time to this kind of wandering, exploring when you're traveling, because if you just see all the touristy stuff, are you really engaging with that place, that culture? I mean, look, I'm a history nerd. I love doing the historical sites, the cultural sites. You know, I like doing the fun things, but if you're going to be out here doing this, you know, out of respect for the people who live here, because people live here, you know, get a sense for what their life is like. Take a walk in their shoes. I'm no stranger to big cities, but God, it is just hordes of apartments, like block after block after block of apartments. You know, my entire time in this country so far, I haven't seen a single family home. I mean, Tokyo's pushing 40 million people. I think it's around 37 million right now, somewhere in that ballpark. So yeah, it's dense. It is packed in here. A lot of people live in here. But you know what? When you're out in areas like this, it's even kind of quiet right now. It's pretty hard to believe there's somewhere quiet in Tokyo. People think New York is big. This is New York in Super Saiyan mode. Okay, the Tokyo Skytree Station has turned into a grocery store. Did not have Japanese grocery store on my bingo card for today, but hey, we're seeing how the locals live, right? Skytree is the tallest structure in Japan, third tallest structure in the world. Once again, I'll have to do better with my fact checking, but these are things that I recall from reading as I go, and hopefully they're accurate. We are at Good Ole Tennessee Bar, a Vols bar here in Tokyo. I actually didn't even know about this place. A friend from back home hit me up, told me about it while we were texting. Shout out Skelly, I love you buddy, good looking out. See you when I get home. Pretty crazy, there's a Vols bar here in Tokyo. Ran into a Vols fan in Yokohama yesterday, so go Vols! Go Vols, baby, that's right. All right, let's check it out. All right, we're here at the Good Ole Tennessee Bar in Tokyo, hanging out with other Vols fans. It's been great. Mr. Yoshi, if there's one thing you'd like to say to all the other Vols back home, what would it be?
Go Vols.
Go Vols! Yeah. That was amazing. It's been a lot longer in there than I intended to, just because I was having so much fun. Yoshi, you're the man. Thank you so much. You showed us a great time. And you know what? It was a lot of fun to hang with some other Tennessee people here in Tokyo. Second time that's happened in 2 days. This got to be a little bit deeper. So if I'm going to do this video thing, I'm just going to have to get over some of these fears. Finally got the courage to ask Yoshi to say something on camera. Was so nervous doing it. I was nervous asking him, was nervous talking to him. Feel like it was awkward. I stumbled over my words. He couldn't understand me because I was nervous, but hey, you know, you got to start somewhere, and this is here. And really, like, what better way to really kick this off than going to a Vols bar in Tokyo and saying hi to the owner. And good Lord. So he went to UT, graduated in '93, came back to Japan, and started this Vols bar. Just started the Vols bar like a year and 8 months ago. It's pretty new, but he loves the Vols. He's so passionate about it. That's amazing. So if you're in Tokyo and you're a Vols fan, go to Good Ole Tennessee Bar. Say hi to Yoshi. Bring him a gift. He loves Vols stuff. I didn't know I was going there until I was already out here, so I blew that aspect of it. But next time, Yoshi-san, arigato gozaimasu. I will be back. I promise.